All right, so let's get back to the Seahawks here because, as I said, I had them taking Jalen Carter at number 5 in Monday's mock draft before free agency started, before the Georgia Pro Day. What are you thinking here at number 5 if you are John Schneider and Pete Carroll?
Well, what I'm thinking, I'm trying to piece this all together. If they went out and signed Draymond Jones, who's a very good defensive tackle, keeping Jaron Reed, they could still take him, but they're trying to solidify that defensive front, the defensive tackle position. So I'm thinking here is that since they were aggressive going out and getting especially a Draymond Jones, that they may be looking at the edge pass rusher now, Tyree Wilson or Miles Murphy or whoever they end up having top of their board there. Or I don't think this is going to happen. The speculation out there is, do they take a swing at Anthony Richardson at number 5? Especially in your mock where you had the Colts moving up to 3 to go get Will Levis. Well, you got Young, Stroud, and Levis in your latest mock that are gone. So does Seattle have it all depends what Carolina does too. But I'm imagining Carolina, like we have said, first year head coach, first year GM, they want to hit it out of the park with a high character, high quality, good football player. And that is Will Anderson to a T.
Yeah, so you mentioned Will Anderson. Let me ask you this. Let's assume, and we don't know this, but just for the sake of conversation here, let's assume Tyree Wilson, his foot isn't completely healed by the time the draft is here. Hopefully he's 100% healthy and hopefully dominates for the next 15 years. But just so I can ask you this question, would you think about, as the Seahawks at 5, trading up to 4 or 3 to get Will Anderson?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Not worth it.
Not worth, because in your mock, which we can mock, no pun intended, but you have the 3 quarterbacks going off. So you're going to get a Will Anderson or a Jalen Carter or Tyree Wilson, who, they're going to be there. One's going to go to Arizona because they need all the defensive help they can get. But it'd be interesting to see if, and knowing John Schneider and Pete Carroll, they do their own thing. They don't care what the mocks say or what that is true out there. They always go with what they want to do. And maybe it is Anthony Richardson. Let him sit behind Geno Smith for a year or 2 and then see what happens after that. But it's the only chance they're going to have, I believe, especially with the season they had last year. It's the only chance they're going to have to potentially get their next franchise quarterback, even though and it's a great scenario for him because he can sit and learn behind Geno Smith.
Yeah, no, I like it. I think that makes a lot of sense. And the Seahawks are in great position, which is a weird thing to say, given that 12 months ago they had just traded Russ Wilson, and they didn't know if Drew Lock was going to be their quarterback in competition with Eugene Cyril Smith III. All right. Oh, this is a great stat. If you're watching on YouTube, Debo put up this graphic here. Seahawks rookies in 2022, 70 starts among their rookie class. I would imagine they're second in the league. I would imagine the Chiefs are probably first because their rookie class was an absolute home run as well. But that goes a long way, Rick, into helping ease the loss of a franchise quarterback, in quotation marks, Russ Wilson, when everyone else is able to pick their game up. And the defense needs to get better, but those offensive tackles, Abe Lucas and Charles Cross, were starters, and they were immediately effective. And that's obviously a huge part of their success as well offensively.